back in Coursera. So you can see that I'm back with part 2 of series email authentication using Firebase. So in this series, I will show you how you can create email authentication, and in this user will be able to log in and create account using Firebase in your Android app. So in this part, we will code Java activity, and in first part, you can see that we have created this UI create account. This is our register UI, and this is our login UI. So in this part, we will code Java. So first of all, let me show you that you have to go to Firebase console, and here you can see that there is update in Firebase console. So in previous, you can see that there were name of authentication database, but now when you hover on these icons, so you can see that it is showing storage, but now it is changed. So you have to simply switch to authentication, and then in sign in method, here you have to simply click on email password authentication and then click on enable, and then after this simply click on save. So yeah guys, now it is saved. So go back to Android Studio, and then first thing that you have to do here is simply you have to connect your Android project with Firebase, but I will not explain in this tutorial. If you don't know how to do it, then you can go and watch that video. I have already made a video on this. But first of all, you have to add a dependency in your Gradle build. So you can see that which one is it is you can see that this is authentication dependency implementation Firebase authentication dependency, and its updated version is 19.3.0. So you have to add this dependency, and you can add it just from here by clicking on tools and then Firebase, and here the assistant will open, and then you will be able to, you can see that we will need authentication. Simply click on authentication and Firebase. So you can see that my project is already connected, that's why it is showing connected, and dependencies are also set up correctly. So you can see that dependency is already added, that's why it is showing this. So let me close this. So this is how it is work. So after adding that dependency, we can proceed. So now come to MainActivity.java. So first of all, we will code in this part. So here we will use on start. So what here we will do is that when the activity will start, then we will directly go to login activity if the user is not existing in our database user segment. So inside it, what we have to do is simply write Firebase user, and then current user, then equals to Firebase auth dot get instance dot get current user, then semicolon. So in that case, if current user null, then what will happen that so in that situation, what will happen that we will create a simple intent to go in activity. So simply write intent equals to new intent, and then we will go to login activity. So what we have to do is simply write main activity dot this, then comma, and then here we will write login dot class. So yeah guys, now our intent is complete. So after this we will write start activity, because if you will not write this line, then the intent will not work, and then after this simply write finish. Yes guys, so if the user is not exist in our user segment in our Firebase console, so it will directly redirect to login activity, and now we will go to login activity.java, and here we will declare some variables, and then last one private Firebase auth. For Firebase auth, then simply write m auth. Oops, yeah, now it is pretty fine. So after this, come inside on create, and then here we will declare, we will give reference to that IDs. So as now we have declared all the variables. So after this, again we will go outside this, and here we will again use on start method. So inside this login, that what will happen that if the user, so simply go in MainActivity.java, and then copy this line Firebase user from here simply, and then go back to login activity, and we will paste it here. So write enter, and then after this, what will happen that simply here again we will use a statement. So in that case, that again, if current user is exist in our user segment. So if the user exists in our app already, he have an account, then what will happen that it will directly go to, so let me copy this code again. So why writing, because when you can copy it, so simply copy this, control plus C, and then go back to login activity, and then here we will simply paste this lines and change this main activity to login, login, and this login class to main activity. Yes. And so what will happen that if our user is already exist, he is already logged in, then what will happen that the user will directly go to MainActivity.java. He will not see the login activity. So after this, now after this, here come inside on create, and now here we will use our login button dot set on click listener method, then new, then on click listener method. So inside this we will code. So here first of all we will declare some string, so that string for email and password. So simply write string, and string will be login email, and equals to login email text dot get text to string, then semicolon, then simply copy again string, and it will be login pass. So login pass equals to login password text dot get text to string dot to string, then semicolon. And here we will use if statement, that if text utils dot is empty, and inside it we will pass login email, and then we will write again text utils dot is empty login pass. So what will happen that our progress bar will become visible first of all. So yeah guys, I think yeah, I forgot to declare a variable for progress bar in login activity. So simply write private progress bar, and then progress bar, close it. So after this, here simply write progress bar dot set visibility visible. But remember one thing, that here we have not given its reference, so give its reference progress bar equals to find view by id r dot id dot login progress bar. So guys, if you forget to give the reference, then it makes your app crash in runtime. So make sure you have given all the references correctly. So after this, here we will write mauth dot sign in with email. So write sign in with email and password. So simply choose it and then write login email, then comma, and then login password, and then after this we will write dot add on complete listener. Yeah guys, so inside add on complete listener, and then after this we will write oops new, then on complete, oops, simply write new, and then on complete listener. Yes guys, so now you can see that this is our method on complete listener. So first of all write here semicolon, now the error is gone. So inside on complete what we will write is that if the task is successful, then task dot is successful, then send to main. So it will send the user to main activity, and we are giving here a method. It is showing that because we have not created it, so we will create it in few seconds. So after this simply write else, and then you can simply write toast, and then here give message that login failed. Yeah guys, login failed. And now go outside this, and now we will create the method send to main. So it is just below the onStart method. So after this onStart method, write private void send to main. Then inside this we will simply copy this intent code from here, copy this, and then paste it here. So here the codes will be same, they will not make any changes, it is fine. So yeah guys, now it is good. So it's time to go to registered activity.java, and here we will again declare those variables. So guys, now we have given the declared all the variables. So after this we will give reference inside on create method. So guys, now we have given all the references. So after this what we have to do is again after this on create we will here use on start. So for doing the same thing for creating intent, so simply go to login activity and then copy this line Firebase, simply copy it and then go to register activity, and here simply paste it and then click on OK. So after this that simply again go here and copy this if an intent, we copy this and then go back to MainActivity.java and then simply paste it here and then click enter. Yes guys, so what we have to do here is simply the difference is that here we will not use intent. So instead of using intent we will simply write method send to main. It's not main, it's main. Yeah guys, so simply semicolon. It is showing error because we have not created it yet, but we will create it in few seconds. So after this let me create this method. So simply write private void send to main. Then inside here we have to paste the intent. Yes guys, so inside this let me close this. So guys, here instead of login activity we will write register and main activity will be same. So after this now we will use the our register button inside on create. So where it is showing error, and yes, now it's fine. So again go inside on create, and now here we will use our button, but before using here go back to login activity, and inside this else condition that we are using here is let me change it because we have to show the message of database. So simply write string and then give it name string error, and then task dot get exception dot get message, and then here what we have to do that simply inside this quotation we will write error then plus error. Yes guys, so now it will be fine. So I think yeah, now it will work better. So after doing this what we have to do is actually guys we forget to give the progress bar, I mean sorry, checkbox. So right here private, and then here we will declare a variable for checkbox and then checkbox. So here inside on create now we will give it reference. So simply write checkbox equals to find view by id r dot id dot, this is login activity, simply write login, and now you can see that login checkbox and then give it reference. So after this set on click listener method, here simply write checkbox dot set on checked change listener, then new, then on checked change listener. So inside this, so what we will write is simply we will use if b. So why we are writing b, because this is our boolean and it is our checked state. So simply write boolean. So if the checkboxes are checked, then what will happen, that our password login pass So let me check that our login password text, yeah, login password text dot set transformation, and then hide return transformation dot get instance. So guys, when the checkbox is checked, then the user will be able to see the password, and if it is not checked, then what will happen that simply copy this line, login text, control plus C, login password, and then paste it here. But this time we have to make a change, that instead of hide return transformation, we will use password transformation. So right, password transformation method. Yeah guys, so now it's fine. So now go back to register activity, and here again uh, we have to declare variable for checkbox. So write private checkbox, checkbox, and then give its reference here, checkbox equals to find view by id, r dot id dot register checkbox, simply write register, and this is register checkbox. Yeah guys, so now here first we will use checkbox. So write checkbox dot set on. We can copy this code from login activity, we don't have to write it, simply copy it, control plus C, then go to register activity, and then simply paste it here, and then exit, enter. Yeah guys, so we have to change this. So here simply write login register password field. So register password field, and then again copy this line, and we have to paste it, control plus V, and this is for register confirm password field, because in this activity we have two password fields. So register confirm password field, and here again register password field, and then copy this line, and then again make it register confirm password field. So when the checkbox is checked, then you can see the password, and when it is not checked, then you cannot see the password. So after this, simply write register btn. This is our register btn dot set on click listener method, then new, then on click listener method, and click enter. So guys, after this, so inside there we will declare three strings. So write string one is for email, and equals to, it will be login, oops, register email field dot get text dot to string, and then semicolon, and then after this we will declare another string, write string, and it will be pass equals to register password field dot get text dot to string, and then after this third string, and it will be string, and confirm underscore password, it is for confirm password. So write registered confirm password dot get text dot to string. So guys, after this what we will do is here we will again check that it is empty or not. So write if that text utils dot is empty, then pass email, and then that again text utils dot is empty, then password, right, pass, then again that text utils dot is empty, then confirm pass. So after this, inside we'll again use another if statement, that if our password and confirm password is matches, then we can proceed. So write pass dot equals to confirm pass. So when both the passwords are same, then our registration progress bar, simply write progress bar dot set visibility visible. So when our password and confirm password will match, then it will simply make the progress bar visible and then write. So yeah guys, here we have to declare Firebase variables. So simply here write. So we have to simply copy this line from here, Firebase auth control plus C, and then go to register activity, and then simply paste it here, Firebase mauth, and then again copy this line from here, and then again go back to register.java, and we will paste this line here. So guys, now we can simply use mauth inside our if statement. So here now after this we write mauth dot create user with email and password. So here we will pass our email and password. So email, then password, then after this write on complete listener. So write dot add on complete listener, then new on complete listener. So guys, inside on complete, what we will do is we will simply use a if statement that if task dot is successful, then we will send our user to main activity. So simply write send to main. We have already created this method, and then after this we will use else statement. So if the task is not successful, then what will happen that we will simply show a toast or yes, right, string error equals to task dot get exception dot get message, and then here we will show a toast dot make text get application context, and here we will write error, then plus that string, oops, error, and then again toast dot length long dot show. So guys, now after this, simply just after one bracket here you have to make this progress bar again invisible, because we some successfully logged in, or set visibility in visible, and then after this write here semicolon, and then after the semicolon write else. So now here what we will do is simply show a toast message. So copy this toast message line from here, control plus C, and then inside this else condition simply paste it. So here we will simply change it to confirm password, and password field doesn't match, so we'll show that confirm password, and password field doesn't match. Yeah guys, so we will show a toast that the password and confirm password don't match. So guys, now our coding part is complete. So before running this app, make sure you have given internet permission in your Android app. So here what we will do is that I have forgot to give the reference to progress bar. So simply write progress bar equals to find view by id r dot id dot register progress bar. Yes guys, so now why it is showing error. So yeah, let me give this semicolon, and then after this the last thing that is still left is register login btn. So what we have to do is simply write, we will use it after this. So write register login btn dot set on click listener method, then new, then on click listener method. So inside this we will simply create intent. Why I'm writing, we can simply copy it from here. So copy this, Control plus C, and then go inside this set on click system method and then paste it. So what it will do, it will simply push the user, it will send the user to login activity, comma, login activity, and then go back to login activity, and then here we have to login and register button. So here we have to also do this thing. So simply write login register btn dot set on click listener method new on click listener method. So after this, simply paste that intent here and change its activity to login, and then we will go to register activity. So register activity. Yes guys, now our coding part is all complete, so it's time to run the Android app and see is it working or not. So in case if you get any error, so I will run this, and in case if you get any error, then let me know in comment section, and you can also DM me and follow me on Instagram for source code, and I will provide you it there. So make sure you have given internet permission in your manifest file, because it may create problem. So as you can see that now our emulator is wake up, and it is very slow. So as you can see that our app is running absolutely fine and there is no kind of error, but this is our login screen, and now we cannot log in because we have not created any accounts. So for creating account, simply click on sign up, and you can see that now we are on create account activity. So here I have to simply give any demo name, and then gmail.com, and after this when I will click on password, so I will give it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and confirm password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So you can see that if I will check this checkbox show password, so now you can see the password, and if I will remove this 7, and when I will try to register, then you can see that there is a toast confirm password and password field does not match. So for this I have to make it 7, and now you can see that both password field match, and if I will uncheck this box, so now you cannot see the password. So after this, when I will click on this button register, so you can see that our progress bar is visible, and now we are logged in. So you can see that our app is working pretty fine. So if I will open this Firebase server, and I will refresh this page, you can see that this is an updated version of Firebase. So now you can see that this is my email, date, and user ID is saved here. So if I will go back to my emulator, and when I will try to, I will click on this button sign out. So you can see that nothing is happening because we have not coded it MainActivity.java. Yes guys. So here we have to declare that variable of button. So simply write button, then button, and inside on create we will give reference. So simply write button equals to find view by id r dot id dot sign out button, and then here we have to declare one more for private Firebase auth m auth. Yes guys, so inside on create again we will declare this variable. So simply write m auth get instance, or yes, get instance, then semicolon. Now you can see that then after this, here we will use this button. So simply write button dot set on click listener method, then new, then on click listener method, and here we will simply. So guys, inside this set on click listener method, what we will do is we will simply write mauth dot sign out, and then we will here give intent. So what will happen that simply copy this and then paste it here. Yeah guys, so again run this app, and this time what will happen that when we will click on this button, so we can simply log out. So this time you can see that our app is working and pretty fine, there is no error, and when I will click on this button sign out, so you can see that now we are back on login UI. So now you can see that our app is working pretty fine, and if I will now I can log in. So for this I have to simply give the email that I have provided. So after this you can see that this is my email, and password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So if I will check this box, so it is showing error. So let me check why it is showing error. So go to login activity, and then uh, yeah, this is the fault. So simply copy this checkbox from here, and then paste it here. So by mistake I pasted it inside the mauth. So you have to paste it after it, and then again run this Android app, and this time hopefully it should work fine. But this is a small mistake sometime. Yeah, so now our app is running again and it's pretty fine. There is no error. So if I will give the email, and I will try to log in with the password. So you can see now password is not visible, and when I will check this one, so you can see that you can see the password, it is visible. So after this, when I will click on this button login, so we can easily log in our Android app, because we already exist in our user segment. You can see this progress bar, and yes guys, you can see that we are successfully logged in. So you can see that our app is pretty working pretty fine. So now it's time to again sign out, and you can also go to create accounts. You can see that all our features, password, confirm password, is working absolutely fine. So if you like this video, if you like this series, then please like, share and subscribe my channel. Please subscribe my channel because it will help me, and don't forget to press the bell icon, because I will upload more interesting videos just like this in future. So thank you for watching.